Oh, what a morning, man. And it had to happen on Valentine's Day. Look at this. Nothing. Believe it or not, I just called the dealer. And this is a less than a year old dump trailer. I have had it for about 10 months. And they just told me this is a user malfunction. When I dropped this thing off on a rental, I raised it perfectly. Gears spinning flawlessly. As you can see, it's all greased. And I come to pick it up. And when I'm lowering it, I hear a pop and it starts free spinning. Luckily, I was able to hook it up at least to the truck, but that could be a good thing or a bad thing, because if I can't get that thing to lift, my truck is literally going to be stuck here unless I cut the jack off, which I'll probably have to do. So they're not covering this because it's a user malfunction, and this is not covered under warranty because it's not their fault. Really? How is it my fault? All I was doing was lowering it. I wasn't even raising it. There should be no pressure on the jack. Now I'm starting to question, am I buying my third dump trailer from them or not? Because this is ridiculous. Really? 12,000 pound jack. It's not even 10. I called them and they said it's a 12,000 pound jack. Just so you guys can see what I have in here. Not even like halfway full. Just, there is a little bit of shingles, mattress, and then just like miscellaneous trash. Probably 2 tons in here. Maybe 2.5 max. And yeah. And what snapped is that gear actuator thing right there. I don't know what kind of cheap metal they're using, but yeah, look at this. On the job site. Really fun. It's all part of it though. He said literally you can cut it off, but then you're gonna have to get it re-welded, or I can send you the parts for like 150 bucks and you can rebuild it. It's a pain in the butt, but you can watch videos on YouTube. Oh, it's not helping me because I'm using the backup truck right now. All of my tools is in my other truck, but luckily I have this jack at least. So what I try to do is raise it up a little bit, pop the spring up, and the whole jack dropped. So I'll see if I can just pull it up and bungee and get out of here, because I don't have a sawzall or anything to cut this thing. So since I'm going to be driving on the highway, I tried to mess with the bottom strap and I was able to slide it off. So what I did 2 tie down points now, one from the top, one from the bottom, so it won't come off. But man, this really sucks because I love top shelf trailers. I think their trailers are beautiful, work good, and I recommend them to all my friends. And a lot of them actually do have them. I don't know if I'm going to continue recommending them, because a year later and this happens. You got to be kidding me. And the dealer's not going to cover it. And my guess is because it's an expensive part and it costs a lot of money to re-weld and all that. So they don't want to deal with it. And just going to say it's your fault when I literally didn't do anything wrong. It's 10 months old. This was the first one I bought with them. I have another one that I bought 3 months later. But the other one had issues with the Zerks. These 2 bottom ones snapped. And one of them between my trailer. If you look, I have another video up about it. And I was like, man, it's probably something just with that one, because all the issues were happening with that one. They sent me those parts, and I mean, it's grease Zerks, nothing crazy. Compared to a jack now, yeah, that's a little bigger repair. So what's really covered? Because if the jack's not covered, is the telescopic going to be covered? Are the axles really covered if they bend or something? I don't think so. So yeah, I don't know why you need the warranty, because the warranty is not helping. This trailer is definitely underloaded. My truck can't even fill it back there. But let me tell you guys this. Whenever I was shopping for my first dump trailer, I didn't know much about them, like what to look for, how to tell if the axle's bent and all that. And I just didn't want to take the risk buying something used that's beat up and just to save like $1,000 or $2,000. So I went the new route. And before I chose top shelf trailers, I asked people around, and they recommended them, and they said that they run great. You know, they didn't have the ramps in the back like the new ones do, and they said that they wish they did on the old ones. Now they sell them with the ramps. I was like, man, I really like the idea. The ramps under hidden. And then I was like talking to the dealer, like, what happens if something breaks? Because I'm about 6 hours from them. I can't just bring them the trailer for a small repair. And they said, oh, you just choose the shop that you want in your area, take it to them, and they'll repair it, and we'll send you a check. So I was like, great, that sounds like a good deal. And I wasn't told that the jack's only covered for 30 days after you buy it. Like, come on, man, really? Now I'm worried about the telescopic or anything really except the frame. And if the frame cracks or something, they're gonna say, oh, you overloaded it. Oh, user error. Dude, it's a dump trailer. How can this be a user error? I was cranking it down, not even up. Like, if it has a load and it's like loaded, let's say to the max, and I'm cranking it up, I understand that's my fault. I pushed it and it snapped. This is not a heavy load, and I was cranking it down. How could this be my fault? So this is the load. It looks like a heavy one, but it's not. I only went over scales at 15,000 pounds something. So it's gonna be less than 2 tons, I believe. Called it. Look, came in at 15,000 something, came out at 12,000 something, 1.4 tons total. Yet it's my fault, guys. It's my fault for my trailer jack snapping, going down with only being loaded 1.4 tons, really. Alright, so a few days later, I finally had a second to take a look at this jack. Lifted it up with the mini skid. Basically, the jack slid out. And what failed was this thing right here. It has this top piece that goes somewhere like this. And then this goes somewhere right there. And basically when you're cranking it, which yeah, it looks bent. Don't know how, because I did not beat the crap out of this jack or anything. I mean, look at this trailer. This thing is babied. This thing is probably one of the cleanest dump trailers that is used. Also, look at that. That pin right there is supposed to come right out. I've been trying to knock it out with these things, hitting it like crazy with this hammer, and it is just not coming out. I mean, I watched YouTube videos, it comes right out typically. I even called the dealer. They said, yeah, it just comes right out. Yours doesn't even look rusted. I mean, look, this thing is beyond greased, and that's all the grease left after I used all these paper towels. They're all full of grease. This part just literally lifts up, and it's like some sort of, not a spring, the spring's in there. This is kind of like what cranks it up and down. I literally have no idea how this broke, because like I said, I didn't beat the crap out of this trailer, and the dealer is saying it's my fault, user error. But it's like, how on earth can you have user error cranking a jack? I'm honestly very disappointed with the dealer, how they went about this and how they're going about it. I'm gonna have to pay for the jack. Like, I get it, it's not their fault, it's not like a weld failed on it, but when you sell a product and you'd say you're going to give a year warranty on everything, you know, stand behind it. Don't just say, oh, this is not our part, you know, we only give a 1 month warranty on this. If I would have known that this is 1 month, this is 3 months, this is just right off until you buy it and drive off the lot, I would have probably not bought it. I mean, this is not a closed dealer to me. It's all the way in Florida, and I don't mind making the trip. It's fun, you know, you get to explore, have a little vacation while you're there. But I don't know, it's just kind of like you're doing a lot for this type of, to get this type of treatment. I called dealers right by me, and they said that we actually cover everything for 12 months. Like they said that someone brought in a PJ dump trailer, and it was 11-month old, just about to get out of warranty, and they replaced the jack because something failed too. Stuff will always break, but come on, man, if it's still under the 1-year manufacturer warranty, why don't you just stay behind it and keep your customers happy? You know, they're selling thousands of trailers. Now, it's not like this is the first trailer that they built or will build, you know. But if I was the dealer, I would, you know, send the part and just eat the whatever cost I pay for the jack. That's just the right thing to do. I mean, now they're probably going to lose me as a customer, and I already bought 2 from them. I was planning on buying a 3rd one this year, and I wasn't ever planning on going into roll-offs, so I was just going to stick to dump trailers. You know, maybe if I would go into roll-offs, it'd be way down the line, but not until I have at least 5 dump trailers. So I don't know that I'm going to drive all the way to Florida to buy my next one. I'm probably just gonna buy someone local that if something does happen, I just take it into them and have them deal with it. If you guys were me in my shoes, what would you do? Would you guys just you know, pay the cost, not care about it, and spend the time fixing it and just continue buying from that dealer? Or would you, you know, explore more options and probably stay local if something happens? You know, that way you don't have to, because there ain't no way you'd be driving a trailer one way 7 hours just to get something fixed and then back, you know. But you guys let me know. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this one. If you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's not great, but that's just what I'm dealing with today. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.